Boker Tov. Good morning, everybody. So, before we start, today is Johan's birthday. Happy birthday, Johan. And if you have a birthday today, and I'm doing something crazy, we didn't plan it. If you have a birthday today, can you raise your hand and we're going to try to locate you. Okay, so Mazal Tov. Mazal Tov, everybody. Okay, let's start with Angeline, and we'll come back.
Good morning, everybody. Let's start our day with a little mindful breathing. So close your eyes, ground your bodies, make sure your seat is on your chair, your feet are on the ground, straighten your backs, take a deep breath, breathe in, breathe out. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Breathe out slowly through your mouth. On the next breath, feel your breath. Massage your heart, your shoulders, any parts of your body that may need attention right now. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's take 3 more really deep breaths. And with each breath, bring in the good air. Fill your body with that good air, the peace. Breathe out the tension, the worries. Deep breath. Breathe out. On your last breath, fill your body with peace. Recognize that wherever you are right now is where you are. Lean into it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Open your eyes. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you, Angeline. Thank you so much. Boker Tov again. This is an unusual time. I don't think anyone imagined that something like this could be considered normal. But here we are, an entire community gathering every day through computer screens, engaging in learning and teaching, and finding new ways to keep it all going. It's all so busy and crazy that it is hard to remember how things used to be. So today's Tefillah is exactly about how things used to be, what we used to think about teaching. It's about going back to basics. We asked our faculty to share their personal teaching narratives with the community. We asked them what made them passionate about teaching. Who were their influences? What keeps them going? And what does being a teacher mean to each one of them? Today's Tefillah is filled with their beautiful reflections. Enjoy.
Shalom, Brandeis Marine students and families. I believe that education is the foundation of success and it is a lifelong learning process. Being a teacher to me means teaching skills to our students and preparing them for the future. I love to share my passion for teaching Hebrew and the Jewish culture.
I have been blessed by so many different teachers in my lifetime, from my parents, who taught me the value of a job well done, to my best friend who taught me how to play the guitar, to my kind elementary school teacher who let me stay in for recess and let me take a nap when I did not feel well, and to my daughters who inspire me to be the best that I can be every day. I became a teacher because of the people who came before me and for the daily opportunities to see the world through the eyes of a child. The golden moments, the awe and wonder on the faces of my students, the quiet moments of chatting about a newly lost tooth, the struggle of problem solving a marble maze or pinball machine, all these moments and more fuel my everyday.
My favorite teacher at Dixie Elementary School, without a doubt, was Miss Schmidt. She came over to my family's house for dinner once, and my pet rat Oreo became the class pet. Big deal. And she let me put a sign on my desk that said Miss Chatterbox. So, Miss Schmidt, wherever you are, thank you for helping me to have fun and be kind and inspire the next generation.
What does being a teacher mean to you? Being a teacher means I have the opportunity to be a positive impact on the students that I get to teach. Why did you become a teacher? One of the reasons I became a teacher is because from an early age, I just loved working with young people. Started doing summer camps and just absolutely loved it. Who was your influence or motivator in becoming a teacher? I would say I had two major influences on why I became a teacher. The first one would be the students and campers and youth that I worked with at an early age. I just had such a positive experience doing that it motivated me to continue to do it. And the other reason was because I had a science teacher named Mike Hornick, and he had a profound impact on me as a young individual. And apparently it went both ways, because he ended up naming his son Zane. And it's one of the beautiful things about the student-teacher relationship is that impact can be felt in both directions.
Matovu, it's the morning. Matovu, bless us this morning. O Alecha in a center. Yahakol havenate. Mishkenate. How we are searching, will you show us? Israel. We are Israel, born to sing your praises in your holy, holy spaces. Matovu, bless this morning. Matovu, Matovu, Olaif. Shua mishkenotayich, Rivka va'el v'leah. Born to sing your praises in your holy, holy spaces. Matovu, bless this morning. Matovu.
Hi everybody! So how I feel about being a teacher is just that you get to be a learner. You get to be in an environment of learning every day. You get to learn from other people, and those labels of students and teachers, they're really just labels, because you guys teach us and we learn from you and we teach you, and it goes both ways. This job keeps us young at heart, and we get to go to school even as grown-ups and to relive some of the experiences of school and learn again the things that maybe that most grown-ups forget, really. If you're out there and you're thinking, what would I want to be when I grow up, I really recommend being a teacher. It really keeps your brain working and it keeps your heart young. And really, any teacher I've ever met inspired me to be a teacher. I can say that. Every teacher brings their own unique self to this job.
Hello Hello, Brandeis. Why I became a teacher and who influenced me to become a teacher all happened back when I was in middle school. I ended up in a project-based 6th, 7th, and 8th grade classroom with 2 teachers who inspired us every day through collaboration and celebrating everyone's differences. This is what I hope to achieve in my own classroom. But being a teacher means everything to me. I want to inspire my students and create a safe space for them to learn. But one of the little sparkles that keeps me coming back every day is when I run into a past student in the hallway and we say a quick hello and a little check-in. This is why I miss everyone so much, and I can't wait to see you all again. Bye, Brandeis!
Please join me in singing Hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Kol hanshama tehallelujah. Hallelujah. Kol hanshama tehallelujah.
Shalom. One of the assignments that the 1st and 3rd grade classes were asked to do was act of kindness. Students wrote cards to the people who help us during these times. For example, to their neighbor, the mailman, the garbage truck driver, and the people working at the grocery store or those keeping us safe. We connected it to our Jewish studies curriculum. The Torah asks us to do good deeds, and one of the most important deeds is love your neighbor as yourself. Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Here are the cards the students made.
Hi, Brandeis Marin. Being a teacher to me means getting to help and learn with lots of different people. It also means having fun together. I think the reason I became a teacher is because both of my parents were educators, and most of my early jobs involved kids. And then when I started leaning towards teaching, it really felt like a natural fit to me. My inspiration in teaching, I guess, has been at Brandeis. Most of you know I spent 10 years in the kindergarten with Marnie. She's been an inspiration and really a role model for me. She showed me how to care about every child and how to really put each child's interest first. Thanks.
I became a teacher, I think one big reason is that I love school. I've always loved school. Sure, I was relieved when summer came along, but I couldn't wait to get back in September. And of course, now we begin in August. I also just love my subject, and I really appreciated those teachers who came to their teaching with such enthusiasm that it made me love what they loved. And that's definitely what I try to do in the classroom. I want to thank all of my teachers, my colleagues, who are some of the best teachers around, and my students who come engaged, ready to learn every day, come with energy, come with enthusiasm. Who knows? You may grow up and want to get into the game.
Please join me in Baruch Hu.
More than anything, being a teacher to me really means seeing and connecting with the unique soul of each student I teach. I'm very passionate about the subjects I teach, but what really makes everything connect and land well is knowing, understanding, laughing, and even a little bit of teasing with the middle schoolers I'm blessed to teach every day.
Anyone who knows me really well knows that there is nothing I'd rather do with my time than spend it with 5- and 6-year-old children. Their motivation, their curiosity, their drive, their humor, their wit, and their incredible kindness are sights to behold, and I learn from those children every day. What I love the most about teaching them is that I get to talk to them about very important subjects, things that many people believe are well beyond their years. The discussions that we have about human rights and social justice and respect for all amaze me endlessly and show me that these kindergartners are on their way to becoming the loving global citizens that will make this world a wonderful place.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
I went into teaching a long time ago, believe it or not. And I actually first wanted to become a kindergarten teacher, much like Marnie and Bat-El in the kindergarten today, with something very active and learning-based and hands-on and kinesthetic and very whole child-centered. And what I learned about myself was that I could do that same thing with older kids, that it was important to me to be able to foster values and collaboration and problem solving in kids that were kind of in that in-between age time. Middle school is just the sweet spot I know that at times people think, oh, middle schoolers, what sass, what stress, what overwhelming organization and everything else, and yet, oh, they just melt my heart. And I'm not sure that anyone really influenced me other than just having some amazing teachers and coaches of my own that really laid the foundation.
It wasn't until after I graduated college that I decided to become a teacher. I was working at a Club Med for a year, and my job was to work with the children there. It just seemed so natural for me. I had to go back to school and get my teaching credential. The look of pride and accomplishment on a student's face when they've learned something or done something, accomplished something that they didn't think they could do, rocks my world. And I want to give a shout out to my dad who introduced me to art museums, art galleries, and a world of art appreciation that really helped drive me to become an art teacher. To me, being a teacher means hanging out with awesome kids all day. It means getting a front row seat of when a major realization happens. One of my favorite parts of teaching is sparking joy in books, which is why read aloud is my absolute favorite time of day. I think it's safe to say that my mom, and many of you know her as Mrs. Greenblatt, is a big influence on my decision to be a teacher, and I am proud to admit it.
Hi everyone, it's Mr. Seymour. For me, being a teacher is really about sharing with young people how incredible planet Earth is and the universe beyond. And along those lines, one of the reasons that I like to sit in this spot to work is because the hummingbirds here visit the flowers behind me, the bottlebrush flowers, and that's always an incredible sight every day. And some people that have inspired me with teaching would be my coworkers at Brandeis. They're all amazing people. And some other people that have inspired me with teaching are the students at Brandeis, because one thing I've learned over the years is that no matter how difficult a challenge might be, Brandeis kids are really good at coming up with solutions. I have a great time every day.
Shalom. 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 Aleinu. 1, 2, 3, 4. May the one who brings peace, bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace, bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace, bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who brings peace, bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom. Mimoma. Oh, say shalom. Mimoma. Uyase, 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 shalom. Uyase, 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 shalom. Uyase, 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 shalom. Aleinu.
I like being part of a dynamic and challenging environment to help facilitate learning. It's 24/7. I was reading the newspaper on a beach in Nice in 2018, and a great lesson came to me. Learning is very important to my family. It always has been. My family was very active in our synagogue and on the education committees. I would say the biggest influences for me to become a teacher were certainly my family, and then some of the powerful educators I was able to have when I was younger, most notably Barry Gordon, who was active educator and guidance counselor. And I'm grateful for the example he set, as well as others.
I became a teacher, first of all, because I come from a family of teachers, so it kind of runs in my blood. My dad was a math teacher, and I grew up doing math problems at the dining room table and delighted in them. But I also had a lot of particularly influential teachers in my life. My fourth grade teacher, Mrs. Williams, took us outside of the classroom often in order to see what we were learning in action. And that is what I want to do and strive to do as a teacher.
Konor baleiva penima nefesh Yehudi homiya ufate mizrach kadima ein letzion Sophia und Lord Tikvatenu Tikva bashnot alpayim Liotam chofshi Be'artzeinu Eretz Zion Yerushalayim Liotam chofshi Be'artzeinu Eretz Zion Yerushalayim.
Hi everyone, it's Trish, your friendly neighborhood drama teacher, and I'm here to talk about teaching, and they asked us to do this video. And of course I'm like, oh, I'm gonna talk about how philosophical and deep and resonant and delightful teaching is. I'm gonna make a big production out of it. And then I thought, you know what? Really what I love about teaching and why I'm here every single day is because of you, the students, my fellow teachers. Everything we do is an act of creation in the very moment that we are doing it. We are constantly evolving, we are constantly changing, we are constantly surprising ourselves with the next great thing we can do, with the next great failure that we have, with the next great story that we create that has never been created before. It's actually pretty incredible to me that I get to be a part of that. So thank you, students. Thank you. I could go on, but I just want to say, you make my life great. Thanks.
I always wanted to be a teacher. As a little girl, I remember playing school with anybody who would be my student, even my stuffed animals. When I was in third grade, I had a teacher, Mrs. DeVee. She was very special. She had that certain sparkle. She became my inspiration and my role model. And with her, I developed a rapport and a relationship that I remember to this day. I've had many great teachers since, and I work with many great teachers who are your teachers. So my wish for you is that you find a teacher to be your role model, to be your inspiration, and with whom you have that certain something. That will make all the difference.
Said, can you see by the dawn's would so proudly we hailed by the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I want to tell you about an influential teacher of mine from elementary school. Her name was Mrs. Reed, and she was my music teacher. She was my music teacher, actually, kindergarten through fifth grade. And gosh, I loved her so much. She turned her students on to so many great kinds of popular music, whether it was John Denver or James Taylor or Joni Mitchell, all that great folk music from the 70s with really meaningful lyrics. We learned the lyrics to the theme song from the television show MASH. Did you even know that had lyrics? She rewrote them to be a little more kid-friendly. And she was just so creative and made us fall in love with the music because we loved her. And I remember two things in particular wonderful about her that were very creative. One was that she wrote lyrics, believe it or not, to all of the songs in Tchaikovsky's Nutcracker Suite. So I actually grew up knowing lyrics about the Sugar Plum Fairy and Clara and the soldiers because she wrote lyrics to the Nutcracker Suite. And the other thing is that she also put on school plays every year. So I got to be the country bunny in her little gold shoes. I was the country bunny. And I got to be in a Grimm's fairy tale. I was the mother of the goose who laid the golden eggs. No, I was the goose who laid the golden eggs. And then in fifth grade, I was in a show about the American Revolution as King George's mother. And she wrote all of the songs and all of the script, and I still know the words to most of those songs because they were so clever and creative. A couple years ago, I wrote a thank you letter. I found Mrs. Reed on Facebook, and I wrote her a letter and told her how I'd become a teacher too and what a big influence she was on me. So many years later, look us up and write us letters and tell us if we were an influence on you. So that's Mrs. Reed. Thanks.
Well, good morning, everybody. That was a really wonderful tefillah. I want to talk to you about the things that inspire me to be a teacher very quickly, and I'm really actually holding it. Every morning I'm inspired. Oh, there we go, people. Dr. Sandel. Every morning I'm inspired because I can drink a cup of coffee. But also, which is every teacher's, I think, one of their best friends, but also this special cup, which was given to me by the wonderful fourth grade, which I have a very special place in my heart as one of the parents. And this represents why I'm a teacher. These folks right here. I've been a teacher for quite a long time and an educator, but I could say right now, surrounded by these people at this school and these amazing students, this is the pinnacle of being an educator, and I'm just really grateful for it. I just want to leave with a couple words because I was fortunate enough last week to express my happiness of being a teacher during Lag BaOmer. But one of the great teachers of the Jewish people, Rabbi Abraham Joshua Heschel, said, what we need more than anything else is not textbooks, but text people. It is the personality of the teacher, which is the text that the pupils read, the text that they will never, ever forget. So thanks, guys, for filling up my cup. I'll see you next week. We're going to have tefillah again live. It will be our second to last tefillah, and there we get to appreciate some of the most important people in our community, the parents. I bet you can't wait for that. There we go. See you next week.
Thank you, Jonathan. And we have a lot of surprises this Tefillah. Birthdays in the beginning, and I'm getting text and everything, but I know that we have a surprise for you. And we have a new family in the audience that joined us, and I really want to welcome them to our beautiful, lovely community, Brandeis community. So Anderson family, welcome to our community. We're so glad to have you here. And Sam, you're going to join the 6th grade next year, right? We're so happy to have you, and good luck.
Hello, I wanted to make an announcement about something super fun that's coming up. So thank you to all of you who sent in videos to sing songs for Tefillah. They've been awesome. But we have another opportunity for you to share your skills, and that is on Wednesday, June 3rd, we're having this super special fun day. Think sort of like Purim where we play lots of games, but we're doing it digitally. And at the end of that day, we're having a variety show. So we're looking for people to send in videos before then, by next Thursday, next week, so that we can include it in our virtual variety show. So I'm about to show you the requirements from that. And if you have any questions, you can email me, Lisa Roberts. And then after that, we're going to hear from one more person from our community, our counselor, Sasha. And she's going to actually share one of her skills, her talents of singing and playing. And then to end, we're going to hear from some middle school students about Jerusalem Day, that is this week. So I hope to get lots of submissions from all of you to be part of a variety show and that you enjoy this end of the year. Thanks. We're having a virtual variety show on Wednesday, June 3rd. We're looking for musical acts, dancing, poetry, jokes, family acts, magic tricks, skits, juggling, and more. Would you like to show off your skills? Send a video to Lisa Roberts. Remember that videos should be appropriate for all ages and under 2 minutes in length. Send your videos by Thursday, May 28th.
Being a counselor to me means having the privilege to get to know those that I work with on a deeper level, to support them with their social, emotional well-being, which I believe leads to a healthier and happier life. I greatly value connection, and I believe it's important to feel understood. So please know that I am here to support you all at Brandeis, and you've got a friend in me.
When you're down and troubled, and you need a helping hand, and nothing is going right. Well, close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, well, keep your head together and call my name out loud, and soon I'll be knocking at your door. Yeah, you just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. Ain't it good to know that you've got a friend? People can be so cold, yeah, yeah. They hurt you and deceive
won't you let them? Oh, you just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running, 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 running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you've got to do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. Yes, I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. Yeah, you've got a friend.
Today is Yom Yerushalayim, Jerusalem Day. It is a holiday instituted by the Israeli government in 1968 as an annual celebration of the city's unification following the Six-Day War.
Jerusalem of Gold, or Yerushalayim Shel Zahav, is an Israeli song written by the famous Israeli songwriter Naomi Shemer. We would like to read you part of the song.
The mountain air is clear as wine, and the scent of pines around
is carried on the breeze of twilight with bells resounding.
While the trees in the stone softly slumber, the city is caught in a dream.
So solitary lies the city, and at its heart a wall.
O Jerusalem of gold and of light and of bronze,
I'm the violin for all your songs. Avir Karim Tzalul Kiain Perihach Oranim.
יישא ברוח הערביים עם כל פעמונים. וקרדמת אילן ואבן ביד החלומה.
העיר אשר בדד יושבת ובליבה חומה.
ירושלים של זהב ושל נחושת ושל אור. הלא הכל שירך אני כינור.
חזרנו אל בורות המים לשוק ולכיכר.
Bafar Kore Bafar Habayit Be'ir Ha'atika.
ובמהרה אשר בסלע אלפי שמשות זוכות.
Vashuv Nared Al Yam HaMelach Baderech Yericho.
אוויר הרים צלול כיין וריח אורנים נישא ברוח ארבעים עם כל פעמונים
ובתרדמת אילן ואבן שבויה בחלומה העיר אשר בדד יושבת ובליבה